Okay, so this is the first topic of our subject calculus. Then we're just going to deal with the meaning of calculus and then the functional notation. So this is just an introduction to calculus. So calculus is a branch of mathematics that could handle many of the difficult problems about motion and things that change. So some examples of that are free falling bodies. Like for example, not a circle or not a ball was free falling motion. Then next is example, not a shape, paano yung dagan. So pwede natin siya makalculate ang yung velocity, yung speed or velocity, yung acceleration gamit ang calculus. Then, hindi lang kayo oversimplify lang natin kayo. Actually, dagan mo kayo siya of factors na kailangan i-handle. Pero tali lang sa ang easy kayo. Then, so that is about motion and then that and things that change. So, for example, population sa isang kabutang. So, ang population sa isang kabutang ng graph. So, siguro from this so murag paana ang iyang curve, dili mo na linear ang taas. So habang nagalugay, nag-increase population or nag-decrease, hindi na. So pwede na ito makuha ang, for example, gusto rin mo kuhaan ang value ng liya lang. Pwede na makuha, pwede na ito. Gusto rin makuha ng kung sa ang values or kung sa nakadagan ng tao with respect to kanina tayo, pwede natin siya makuha gamit ang calculus. So, minana na nakabutang ang iyang mga solve. So, anything that deals with motion and then things that change. Okay? So, next is the functional notation. So, a function is a certain law of correspondence. Then it is basically or often associated with a formula. So another example here, A is equals to pi r squared. So this is the area of a circle. So in this example, we're going to find or we're going to make this into each functional notation. So as you can see, we have two variables here. We have A, and we also have R. Then you may notice that we did not include pi because pi is not a variable, but pi is a constant, and that is 3.14 something. So there are only two variables, A and R. Then kung mapansin niyo, kung maglaylahi ang value sa R, maglaylahi po ng value sa A. Kumbaga, ang R atong input, ang A atong output. Magana ba? So, for example, ang value sa R ay 1, so, pi lang ang A, ang area. Yung value sa 2 kay, value sa R kay 2, ay na yung value sa A. So, therefore, pwede na ito sa imong ulingon na A is a function of R because A depends on whatever the value of R is. So kung saan value sa R, mulahi ang value sa A. Kung saan mulahi ang value sa R, ako ang value sa A. So na. So pwede ito sa matawag na A is the dependent variable and then R is the independent variable. Because A is the dependent variable because A depends on the value of R. Wala yung value of R, wala yung value of A. R is an independent variable because wala siya ginasaligan na values. So kumbaga, tagal naman siya values, hindi na siya inana or as is niya. Ito na po So wala lang ang squared area because it is part of the function. We are only dealing with the variables. Okay? Okay, so for this next example, number 2, Z is equals to F and Y. So meaning, Z contains x and y. Yeah. So it is very simple. So we have a three variable equation. We have z, then we have x and y. So z is a function of x and y. Therefore, z contains some value of x and y. Pwede ang z na contain of, let's say, x plus y. So pwede na. Or z contains x squared y. So ano siya? Z is a function of x and y because we are dealing with x and y. At the same time, this equation is also a function of x and y because z contains x and y. So in this example, z here is the dependent variable, and then we actually have two independent variables because z, the value of z, depends on the value of x and y. That x does not depend on anyone, and also y does not depend on anyone. So therefore, z is dependent, then x and y are independent variables. Okay, so next question, example, v is equals to pi r squared h. So this is the volume of, this is the formula of volume of a circular cylinder, just like this one. So we have, so this formula contains 1, 2, and 3 variables. So just like number 2. And then here is isolated, so therefore V is the dependent variable because it will depend on the values of R and values of 2. So therefore V is a function of R and H. So walay value on V, walay value on R and H. So this is the dependent variable, then these two are the independent variables. So, ano siya ka-example? Okay, we have an exercise here. So, let's assume that f of x is equals to x squared minus 4x. So, meaning, this is, the x here is the independent variable. So, if this is the case, if f of x is equals to x squared minus 4x, find a f of negative 5, b f of y squared plus 1, then c f of x plus 1 minus f of x minus 1. Okay, so simple lang. For letter A, we're just going to substitute the value of what's inside this to this value, and this value. So ano lang. So, since x mananawutan diri kung saan na diri dapat i-cambio mo na ito na diri Parehani. Dapat yan distribute na diri Okay, so number 1, instead of f of x, this now becomes f of negative 5 is equal to, so basically we're giving value to the variable x, which is negative 5. So, this is negative. This one, negative 5 raised to 2 minus 4 times negative 5. So this is 25, and then this is plus 20. So this is 45. So if the function of f of negative, if f of x is f of negative 5, so this is, answer is 45. Or if the value of x is negative 5, then the value of the function is 45. Okay, so for letter B is somewhat similar with letter A, but it involves another variable. So in this case, so whatever is inside of this parentheses, we're going to put in that excess here and also here. So f instead of x, now y squared plus plus y, sorry, is equal to x, which is y, now y squared plus 1 squared minus 4 times y squared plus 1. Simplify this or partially expand. So this is y squared plus 1 y squared plus 1 minus, at wala siya i-separate, then minus 4y squared minus 4. So we distributed negative 4, so negative 4y squared. Then negative 4 times 1 is negative 4. Then simplify this one. So this is y raised to 4 plus y squared plus y squared plus 1 minus 4y squared minus 4. Simplify again. This is y raised to 4 y squared plus y squared minus 4y squared, which is negative 2y squared. Then 1 plus negative 4, or 1 minus 4 is negative 3. Okay, so this is the answer. Okay, for the next or last part of the exercise, we're going to solve for C. So C is a little bit different with A and B because we have an operator here, which is the minus sign. So therefore, we are going to subtract whatever is f of x plus 1, then whatever is f of x minus 1. So by this time, we do not know what is the value of this function, and also we don't know what the value of this function is. So therefore, we're going to find it first before subtracting the 2. So first, we will begin with finding the value of f of x plus 1. So f of, instead of x, may muna siyang x plus 1. f of x plus 1 is equals to, instead of x squared, this now becomes x plus 1 squared minus 4 times x plus 1. So basically, we are just substituting the value of x plus 1 to the value of x. So that's it. Then simplify first. This becomes x plus 1 times x plus 1 minus, we distribute negative 4. Negative 4 times x is negative 4x. Negative 4 times 1 is negative 4. Negative 4. This is our equal method. So x squared plus x plus 1 minus 4x minus 4. Then simplify. This is x squared, x plus x minus 4x is negative 2x. Then 1 plus negative 4 is negative 3. So we now have the value of f of x plus 1. So this is now known. So only thing unknown here is this function. So next thing we're going to do is find that function. So f of x minus 1 is equals to whatever this is. So take note that function, this is just an example. A function of x can also be, for example, x squared plus square root of x plus x squared. Something like that. So kani example lang eh. So since kani mo ng example, dili ata isa mo na ito. Pero kung kani mo ng example, kani mo ito sundon. So dili po ta magsasundon. Ano lang. So okay, balik na sa is f of x minus 1. So x squared now becomes x minus 1 squared then minus 4 times x minus 1. So simplify again, x minus 1, x minus 1. Negative 4 times x is negative 4x. Negative 4 times negative 1 is positive 4. Distribute. This is x squared minus x minus x plus 1. Then copy minus 4x plus 4. Okay, so simplify. So this is x squared, then negative x minus x is negative 2. Negative 2x minus 4x is negative 6x. Then 1 plus 4 is 5. So we now have the value of the two functions. Then since we now have the value of the two functions, we are just going to subtract the 2. So this is f of x plus 1 minus f of x minus 1 is just equal to, so this value is x squared minus 2x minus 3, then minus open parenthesis because we are going to subtract it with a polynomial. Then if there is no open parenthesis here, we cannot distribute the negative, so the answer might be wrong or will be wrong. So dapat na negative open parenthesis, right? This down x squared minus 6x plus 5. So before we subtract, so ato sa distribute ang negative. So copy x squared minus 2x minus 3 minus x squared. Negative times negative is positive 6x. Negative times positive is negative 5. So we can now subtract the counters. X squared minus x squared is 0. So 0. Then negative x minus plus 6x is just positive 4x. Negative 3 minus 5 is negative. So therefore the answer is 4x minus 8. Okay, so this is it for this topic. So next topic, we're going to deal with the limits of a function. So you'd like to review it so much better. So actually it depends on you if you want to review. So anyway, this is just a short topic for today. So we should be able, we should familiarize this concept because it's very important. Then also the limits which will be tackled next topic is also an important part of